women in this world that I like more than you. All I really wanna see is the money. I don't really need a penny though. All a bad bitch need is the money. Stop acting the fool.
Hi everybody, I am Kenya and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I talk about real estate on my YouTube channel, mostly rentals because that is mostly what I am into, and property management because I am an ex-property manager and I do have a lot of knowledge about property management that I can share with you guys. So if you are a tenant and you want to take your landlord to court, anytime you go to a landlord-tenant court for anything, that reflects on your rental history. Whether your landlord took you to court or you decided to take your landlord to court for whatever reason, that is always going to show up on your rental history. So it can be bad for you because anytime you go to apply for another apartment, it's going to come up on your rental history that there was a filing in your name in landlord-tenant court. And a lot of times, people, they'll run your credit and they'll see that you had a filing in landlord-tenant court. They won't even ask you like, well, what happened? And one thing I learned working in property management is to always ask people what happened, you know. And you know, that goes for rental histories, criminal histories of that nature, because I mean, it just depends on what you, as far as criminal history, that's a gray area. I have a video about that on my channel, but it's just a gray area because depending on what you did, like I might just rent you an apartment. If you want the apartment and your credit is good and you work and you are, you know, you present yourself, you know, as a good person, the apartment is yours. And as far as rental history, sometimes I have to ask people like, why do you have a filing in court? Because sometimes it's not even that the tenant did something bad to have this on their rental history. And so sometimes it's not even about the tenant that's negligent or trifling. Sometimes things happen beyond the tenant's control and that causes them to have blemishes on their rental record. Hence, if you're having an issue with your landlord, maybe, you know, you live on the top floor and your ceiling has been leaking for 2 months and you have been trying to get your landlord to pay for this or to fix it and they have not, and you have to take them to landlord-tenant court. Or you moved out and your landlord decided to keep your damn security deposit and you know darn well that you didn't do anything to the apartment. You left that apartment in pristine condition, in the same condition that you received it in, and you decide you need to take your landlord to court, your ex-landlord to court, to recoup your money. That is going to show up on your rental history. Anytime you need to take your landlord to court for any reason, it's going to show up on your rental history. Now, if your landlord is trifling and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, you need to go down to the city and you need to complain. You need to put in a complaint, and an inspector will come out and they will look at your unit and they will fine your landlord if things are not up to par. So before taking your landlord to court, just understand that this is going to be something that will be on your rental history for like the next 10 years. And that is something that you're going to have to explain every time that you look for an apartment. And most of the time, if you took your landlord to court, they're not going to send you a letter. They're not going to be willing to write a letter saying like, hey, you know, I want to give her back her security deposit. That's why she took me to court. And so it's going to be you really trying to explain, or, you know, trying to get some type of documents from the court basically saying why you were in landlord-tenant court in the first place. So a lot of people don't realize that when you take your landlord to court, it's on your rental record for at least 10 years. So just keep that in mind. I know sometimes we have to take, if you are a tenant, you may have to take your landlord to court. It's inevitable. It's something that can't be avoided. Like, you have to do it. It's just a must. But just know that if you do, that it's going to be a blemish on your rental record. So I hope that this helps somebody out. If you have anybody that you know that needs to take their landlord to court, send them my video. Or, you know, you're thinking about taking your landlord to court, you know, hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions about it, put it in the comment section and I will be happy to help you out with that. And if you are here to this part of my video, to the end, I would like to thank you for kicking with me today, and I will see you guys in my next YouTube video. Toodles.
Check it out.